What's up, what's up, what's up? Just to be the house. Okay, so I have a question. No, I don't have a question. I got asked a question about what is more difficult, learning English or learning Japanese. And based on the way I teach children to speak English, it would seem like they're both the same. However, it depends on who you're talking to, where you're at, what words you know, your definitions, your vocabulary and things like that will have an effect. So in Japan, just like in America, you have a word, let's say progress. So you find a word in a dictionary and it might have progress, but when you use it, it might be wrong because you have to understand the content of what kind of progress, or what kind of progress that they're talking about. And is it going to be the verb or the noun and stuff like that? So that is really a lot very difficult. Most people, what they do though, tend to do when they speak Japanese is use the same sentences that other people use or the sentences that they hear. And pretty much that would be the smartest thing to do. However, when you're reading newspapers and books and things like that, they won't probably necessarily use those same sentence or sentence structures and words and things like that, because when you speak learning Japanese and from books, you're learning the proper form. Just like when foreign people learn English, they learn the proper forms, the proper words we don't even use. Or I wouldn't say we, but a lot of the group that I usually hang out with don't typically use those type of words. However, there are people who do use them, and people do tend to use language different according to who they are with, and that's a fact. Okay, and I do that, and I'm not the only one who does that. Who do that? But who does that? Anyway. So there is a simple process for learning Japanese, and the simple process is memorize the sentence that you want to use. Basically, what you do though is the easiest thing to do, which you guys might want to do this, and maybe make a book, get some Japanese person to help you, preferably a woman, because the guys sometimes they might steal your idea. There's guys all over the world they do that. So. But and I'm not talking about only Japanese guys. Okay. Anyway, in other words, guys from all countries, if they get a chance to screw you, I shouldn't use that word, to do wrong to you, they'll do it. That's history. But you write down all the sentences that you think you want to say, and have them translated, and then use a book. And what you can do is, write a book, and what you could do is you can write it in 3 or 4 different formats. One when you're talking to children, one when you're talking to your friends, one when you're talking to business people, and one, if you, I don't know, however you want to label it, and stuff like that. So that's what it is. The basic form of it is pretty simple. It's just the subject, object, and then the verb comes next. Like I said, which verb, and that you're going to use, and the prepositions. Those are kind of like crazy. And then you got these nouns that are these words that are nouns, and you need to add some other things to them, to make it a verb and things like that. So those are some things that you'll need to do. But basically, if you want to learn Japanese, the best thing to do is get you a phone that has copy paste, or like the iPhone 5, they even got defined right there on well, I think the iPhone 4 does too, but it has the what is it called? The editing and copy paste stuff is really, really nice and stuff. So if you have an iPhone 5, then what you do is you download Navar. I think it's Navar, Navar, Japanese English Dictionary. and it's in the App Store, and they have words, and all you got to do is just paste and copy right there. And use the whole dictionary to teach you everything. And then what's really great about it is they have sentences in English and in Japanese that you can study and stuff. Whoa. So that's what they're doing. They made a street here. Also, they're really building it up over here. This is new. And let's see. Oh, so they have a lot of example sentences. I mean, thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And they have them in English, and then they have it in Japanese. And you know, just paste, copy the whole sentence, practice it, say it over and over, and it's really interesting going through it. So which is easier to learn, English or Japanese? Well, I guess if you're born in an English-speaking country, English would be, and if you're born in a Japanese-speaking country, then Japanese would be. Anyway, that's my answer about peace.